Good morning. Welcome to First Parish Unitarian Universalist of Medfield. Warm welcome to any of those who are streaming in from home, and welcome especially to any visitors we have this morning. We hope you will join us following the service downstairs for social hour following the service. This congregation first gathered in 1651, settling on this land that was and is still now the homeland of the Nipmuc Nation, who inhabited this area for thousands of years. Their land was taken by force, and their lives were oppressed by the European colonists who settled this town, this state, and this nation. However, despite this, Nipmuc descendants continue to live here today. And as Unitarian Universalists, we are called to name the wrongs committed against Indigenous people and to work to dismantle the systems of oppression that continue to harm Indigenous people today. Holding all of this in our hearts, we welcome you to this place. Here we search for truth and understanding. Here we celebrate life and we contemplate its mysteries. Here we share healing and wholeness. So whoever you are, wherever you're from, whatever you believe, whomever you love, we welcome you to this congregation. This morning, with the fresh coat of snow, the world has reborn and become a beautiful place of glistening ice. As frozen earth holds the determined seed, the sacred seed holds our weariness, our worry, our laughter, and our celebration. Let us bring seed and soul into the light of thought, the warmth of community, and the hope of love. Let us see together, hear together, love together. Friends, come, let us worship together. I'd invite forward Dewey to share the chalice lighting.
This morning's chalice lighting is The Nights of Midwinter by D.C. Fortune. We light this chalice as a symbol of our free faith. We light this chalice to remember the miracle of the oil that burned for 8 days. We light this chalice to mark the nights of midwinter. We light this chalice as we wait for the sun to return.
Please rise in body or in spirit for the reading of our unison covenants. Today we'll be reading lines 1, 2, and 3. Love is the foundation and spirit of our congregation, and we declare that every person is inherently worthy and has the right to flourish with dignity. As people of goodwill, we covenant with one another to explore our values freely and honor our diversity of beliefs and experiences as sources of strength. Please remain.
So we're going to sing one of the new songs from the Sing Out Love hymnal next. So I'm going to invite the choir to come down, and you might notice that there's a little echo in this one. So sopranos on this side are going to sing the main melody, and folks on this side are going to sing the echo. You can sing whichever part you'd like, but if you would like to be one of the echo folks, listen to these folks over here.
Beautiful hymn, huh? All right, well, now we're going to give the children a time to get started on their RE today, so let's sing the children out as they go. Join me now in a spirit of prayer and meditation. Spirit of love, Spirit of light, this morning our hearts are filled, waking up to a beautiful layer of snow, remembering the beauty that comes here in midwinter. At the same time, so many things that cause us worry. We wonder what is going to be happening in the greater world. We wonder if we're going to be ready for the holidays. And we watch and discuss and more violence happening. So many joys and sorrows. Let's hold all of this in our hearts as we enter into a time of shared silence. Amen. Well, now I'd invite forward the First Parish Choir. Wow, that was stunning. Well, now I invite back up Dewey to share with us the morning's poem.
Come Down from the Hills by Rev. Lynn Unger. Come down from the hills, declare the fighting done. Be bold, declare victory, even when the temple is wrecked and the tyrants have not retreated, only coiled back like a snake, prepared to strike again. Come down, try to remember a life gentled by daily acts of domestic faith, the pot set to boil, the bed made up, the table set in a calm expectation that when the sun sets, we will still be here. Come down and settle, unlearn the years of hiding, light fires that can be seen for miles, that dance and spark and warm the frozen marrow. Set lamps in the window, declare your presence, your loyalties, the truths for which you do not expect to have to die. It would take a miracle, you say, to carve such a solid life out of the shell of fear. I say, you are the stuff from which such miracles are made.
Thank you, Dewey. Well, friends, as we come to this time of the year, every winter, when the nights grow longer and the cold settles in, Jewish families from around the world light candles on a menorah. One flame the first night, then two, then three, till the darkness is pushed back by 8 small points of lights. Several of you, I imagine, will be starting that this evening on the first night of Hanukkah. It's a simple ritual, really. There's no spectacle, there's no fireworks, just light patiently growing. And behind that light is a story of struggle, of courage, and a fierce commitment to spiritual freedom. It's the story of the Maccabees and the origins of Hanukkah. The story that takes place more than 2,000 years ago when the land of Judea was under the rule of the Seleucid Empire. The ruler at the time, Antiochus IV, believed that unity required sameness, that Jewish practices should be outlawed, that sacred texts should be forbidden. The temple in Jerusalem was desecrated in the name of political control and cultural conformity. In response, a small group of Jews led by a family called the Maccabees refused to give up their identity. They did not rebel because they wanted power. They rebelled because they wanted freedom of conscience. They wanted the right to live according to their deepest values. Against overwhelming odds, they resisted, and eventually they prevailed. When the temple was reclaimed, the story tells us, there was only enough consecrated oil to keep the menorah lit for 1 day, yet it burned for 8. Now, as Unitarian Universalists, we don't need to argue about whether this was actually true or whether this was a supernatural miracle. The deeper truth of the story doesn't depend on science or physics. The miracle of Hanukkah is not that the oil burned longer than expected. The miracle is that people chose hope over despair. The miracle is that they believed a small, faithful act mattered even when the outcome was uncertain. That's a miracle we can all recognize. The menorah itself teaches us something profound. Unlike a spotlight, it doesn't flood the world with light all at once. It grows gradually. 1 flame will become 2, 2 will become 3. The light increases not through force, but through persistence. This isn't the light of empire. This is the light of resistance. This is the light of conscience. And here is where the story speaks directly to us. The Maccabees were not fighting for dominance. They were fighting for the right to be different. They were insisting that a just society must make room for many ways of being faithful, many ways of living meaningfully. This is a deep Unitarian Universalist value. We affirm that every person is inherently worthy. We believe that no government, no church, no ideology has the authority to dictate the inner lives of human beings. Hanukkah reminds us that pluralism is fragile. It must be protected. Again and again throughout history, we see what happens when those in power decide that uniformity is more important than freedom. The story of the Maccabees warns us that assimilation enforced by violence is not unity. And yet, the story also challenges us, because the Maccabees were not perfect heroes. History tells us that once they gained power, they sometimes became the very thing they had resisted. This too is part of the lesson. The light of the menorah is not a celebration of victory alone. It's a reminder of responsibility. When we stand up for our values, we must be careful not to become rigid, self-righteous, or cruel. The goal is not to replace one form of oppression with another, but to widen the circle of belonging, the circle of love. So what does Hanukkah ask of us today? It asks us to notice where the light is most fragile. It asks us to tend the small flames of justice, compassion, and truth, even when they seem insufficient. It asks us to believe that small acts, repeated with care, can sustain a community. In a world that often feels overwhelming, where authoritarianism is on the rise, where religious hatred persists, where difference is treated as a threat, the menorah speaks quietly but clearly. Do not wait for perfect conditions to begin. Light what you have. One candle is enough to start. Perhaps your candle is speaking out when silence would be easier. Perhaps it's teaching your children that their identity matters. Perhaps it's showing up week after week to build communities of care. Perhaps it is refusing to let cynicism extinguish your compassion. The story of Hanukkah reminds us that hope is not naive. Hope is an act of resistance. So as we move through this season of darkness and light alongside our Jewish neighbors and friends, may we honor the menorah not only as a symbol of Jewish resilience, but as a universal call to conscience. May we protect the freedom to be who we are. May we resist all forces that would dim the human spirit. And may we remember that even the smallest light, faithfully tended, can help the world find its way. So may it be. Amen. I'd invite forward Duncan Glover to introduce the morning's offering.
Thank you, Rev Dave. This morning's offering will be shared equally with Family Promise Metro West, actually for the entire month except for Christmas Eve. We'll be sharing our plate with them. They are an organization that supports or helps families with at least one child under 18 who are facing homelessness or experiencing it. Back in 2020, when COVID started, Family Promise Metro West decided to convert their day center in Natick into apartments. And now I guess in 2022, they opened and they have 4 apartments that will serve families who are experiencing homelessness. And here today we talk about or sing the bleak midwinter and the beautiful glistening snow and ice, but we don't want children sleeping on park benches or in their cars, for that matter, of their families. So this organization, Family Promise, is really important in these days of hard economic times. Other congregations in the area support the families who are living in Natick with meals twice a week and other support services. So today's offering will be now taken. Please donate generously.
Please rise in body or in spirit for our closing hymn, Light One Candle, number 221.
Light one candle for the
As we prepare to leave this sacred space, may the love of this season be with you through all the days of the year, give you strength and courage and faith. May the peace of this season be ever in you and bring you comfort and hope. May the light of this season shine in your heart and bring you happiness and laughter. May the joy that is in you be shared with others. Go in peace. I will now extinguish our chalice. May its light and warmth stay in our hearts until we meet again. Here ends our worship. Let our service begin.